Hello, my brothers and sisters from Africa, in Africa, and those of you from all over the world. How are you guys doing? I hope everyone is fine. And welcome to the show. I hope your life is going according to plan, and I hope things are working out for you. And in case things are not going the way you want, do not worry. Just keep on working hard. Just keep on doing what you have been doing. Just keep on making sure that you make small but meaningful progress. Just keep going. Never, ever give up. I need to say this like many times on this show because that also motivates me, right? I struggle to do these videos. I struggle with a lot of things in life, but I don't give up because I know there are better days ahead. And I can't stop making these videos because I love doing it. And I also love sharing my thoughts and opinions with you guys. And I, more than anything, love hearing from you guys. Sometimes I really enjoy it when we have this back and forth debate in the comment section. I really love it. So I want to encourage every single one of you out there, please, when you came across our videos, our channel, please leave a comment. Share your thoughts and opinion about what you think of our videos, or what you think about the topic, or what is your take on the world as a whole. You can also ask me direct questions, and I will answer those questions as soon as I see them. And one more thing, this is very important for us, for you, and for the channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. You have no idea how much these little things mean to us. They really mean a lot. Liking the video means a lot. Sharing it means a lot. And subscribing to the channel means a lot. And we shall forever be grateful to you. So, for those of you who have subscribed, thank you very much. For those of you who are really active, like communicating with us or with other viewers of the channel, thank you very much. Those of you who appreciate us, who send us word of encouragement and praises, thank you very much. Thanks to every single one of you out there. So, there are a couple of videos that I want us to watch, and I hope that after you watch these videos, you will give us your thought and opinion about it. You can tell us what you gather after watching the video. So let's begin by watching the first one, and after we watch it, I shall give you my own reaction to it.
I read yesterday that Ukraine is giving Nigeria grain. Ukraine is at war. The whole of northern Nigeria is 268,000 square kilometers. Ukraine is 603,000 square kilometers. They have no reason to give us grain because we have the land. Why are they giving us grain? Because 60% of their land is cultivated, 60% of our own is uncultivated. And Africa. Niger State is occupying 76.3 thousand square kilometers of land. They can feed Nigeria. Netherlands, with 33,000 square kilometers, which Niger State is twice, exported last year $125 billion of agricultural produce. Niger State can do 5% of that, which is 6 billion. They don't need to come to Abuja.
So, my brothers and sisters, you've heard what Peter Obi said. Ukraine is giving Nigeria food. Ukraine is donating food to Nigeria. Haven't I said this on this channel more than enough time that he who feeds you owns you? He who feeds you controls you. He who feeds you tell you what to do and what not to do. And how can Africa be collecting food from Ukraine? You know, a couple of months ago, I think Russia made the same promises of sending grain, I think, to the Saharan nations. And I was really, really disappointed, you know, because I, for one, believe that if you only ask for aid and donations, if you are just out there waiting for people to help you every single now and then when are you ever going to be a grown up to handle your own problems? When? If you are just there waiting for people to come to your aid when you have a problem, when are you ever going to be a grown up? How can Nigeria, a country of about 280 million people, the most populated country in Africa, the country with the highest number of millionaires and billionaires in Africa, Nigeria, with all its resources, Nigeria is the first crude oil producing nation in Africa. How can Nigeria be begging for food? How come? We Africans, we have got to sit up. We Africans have got to wake up. We Africans have got to realize that all of us must put our feet on the ground. We cannot keep on doing things the way we've been doing. We cannot. Things are getting from better to worse. In fact, in Nigeria, they are just getting from worse to more worst. That is what is going on in Nigeria. Have you seen the economic crisis that has been unleashed by Tinubu Ahmed? Everyone in Nigeria is suffering. Everyone. So I hope that this current crisis in Nigeria be a wake-up call for the Nigerians in particular and for Africans at large. We have got to do things differently. We have got to wake up. But let's watch the second video.
African leaders, we don't need to be invited anywhere to go and address our problems without first inviting ourselves to come together to tell each other the actual truth that we must tell each other about our serious problems. For me, when I'm watching on television and I find our leaders who should have been working together all along to address these problems that commonly affect their countries, wait until they are invited to go to Europe to sit there and just, it's like they are made to sit down and address their problems. Why does anybody wait for that? What image does it even give about us, about Africa? In fact, the image it gives is that we are not there to even address these problems. We are there for a photo opportunity.
You might have your own reservation about Paul Kagame. And I know he's not a saint. Nobody is. I know he has his own skeletons in his closet. I know that. But you must accept that Paul Kagame is one of those leaders in Africa who are not just talking, okay, who are not just talking anyhow, but they are actually putting their money where their mouth is. Now, I haven't been to Uganda. I have not been to Kigali. Actually, I used the airport once. I think I flown through Rwanda Airlines, but I didn't get into the city. I was just at the airport in Kigali, and it was a very nice airport. And many people have confirmed that he has transformed Kigali, that Kigali is one of the most beautiful cities in Africa, that he is doing his best to build Rwanda. He wants to turn Rwanda into the Singapore of Africa. And he is working towards achieving that goal. Now, believe me when I tell you progress is a slow but steady process. Progress can be slow, but it must be steady. In order for you to achieve anything, you must be consistent. You cannot just say you do something and then don't do it or don't even start it. You have to start it. Now, you see African leaders making a lot of promises, but it's very difficult to see them actually putting their food or their money where their mouth is. You will see them running up and down, flying abroad, going to all kinds of summit. And after the summit, you ask yourself, what has been achieved so far? Have the people benefited anything that was as a result of the leaders attending that summit? Most of the times, you will find out that nothing was achieved. In fact, the whole summit was a total waste of time, resources, and taxpayer dollar. That is just it. A total waste. But our leaders will quickly just jump and run when those summits are organized. They will just run. Africa needs to wake up. Our leaders need to wake up. They need to realize that every single area around the world has passed us. Africa is the least developed continent in the whole world. Africa is the most broke continent in the whole world. Not poor, broke. I know what I'm saying. Not poor, broke. Africa is not poor. Africa is broke. Why? Because we have incompetent leaders managing the continent. And that is why the continent is broke. Africa is super rich. If our leaders are competent enough, if our leaders know exactly what they are doing, if our leaders were patriotic enough, if they had the interest, the love of the country and the people at heart, they would have done great things for the country and the people. But they do not. They do not. I'm sorry, but they do not. They do not. They do not.